Oh, look at that. Daily streamer, thank you. And welcome James, you're now a member. Pikmin. I remember going to a friend's house when we were really little. I was probably like 7 or 8. And they had Pikmin for like the GameCube. And I remember really liking it. But I haven't touched it since. Okay. Okay. Andressa, thank you. Welcome. July 21st, okay. I mean...
Hello, everyone. I'm Shinya Takahashi,
Hello.
and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo
Thesaurus,
Direct.
thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching the chat, too.
That was the latest trailer for Pikmin 4. A dog-like creature was spotted.
Creature.
What kinds of things will it show us? Please look forward to more information in the future. Let's see our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
This new hero is a real gem. Introducing Volume 3 of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Expansion Pass DLC.
Lapidurist extraordinaire.
What now?
Say hello to Masha, the newest hero and a refined lapidarist. She can use special ore to craft accessories that can bestow various effects. Challenge battles with roguelike elements are also being added. Select only one character and battle wave after wave of enemies. For every win, you'll earn more heroes and special abilities. Rack up victories with your heroes and set your sights on the final stage. You might also get special in-game outfits as a reward. And coming in Volume 4 later this year.
Tell me why! Is this really what you want? Nothing's gonna get through to him. He's a heartless machine.
You can see Luke's soul. Yeah,
Like killing
These aren't
Granddad
my
wasn't
kind of
enough
games.
for
I know
you?
some people love
Volume
them,
3
but
of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass for the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 game launches on the Nintendo Switch system February 15th.
some people love them.
Shake it, amigo! 3, 2, 1, Move to the
Oh.
beat in a brand new Samba de Amigo game.
Samba de Amigo.
Grab your Joy-Con controllers and gently shake them like maracas to match the targets during a song. Follow the instructions on screen to pose and dance. But the unexpected might happen, so stay on your toes. Why not dance with a friend to predict your compatibility in Love Checker? Make sure to show up in style, too. Compete online in World Party. Those with the lowest scores in each round will be eliminated. Keep the beat and aim for first place. 40 songs are included, spanning a multitude of genres from around the world. So grab those controllers and get shaken when Samba de Amigo
Imagine if this
Party
is all they
Central
have.
shimmies onto Nintendo
They don't even
Switch
show
this summer.
Tears of the Kingdom or anything. Like, this is what they finish it off with.
Got a passion for fashion? Welcome to Fashion Dreamer. This is the
Wow.
place to glam it up and express yourself. Here, you'll aim to become a stylish influencer. And you're in luck. Tons of people are seeking the latest trends. Give them a like if you dig their style. Or suggest new outfits for them to grow as an influencer. Now it's time for fashion design.
Okay, we joke about these because, like, this is all, like, this is outrageous. But they make these games, like, a lot. There's a lot of games like this. And they wouldn't make them unless they could make money doing it. Like, people do buy these games, and people do play them. I don't know who. I've never met anybody who does. But apparently it's enough people that they actually make decent money doing this to the point where they make it repeatedly. I'm just shocked that they wanted to put this on the big stage show.
Fashion Dreamer
That's funny.
debuts exclusively on Nintendo Switch this year.
Looks like a cell phone. Yeah, no, it looks like a cell phone game for real. And like, if you want to play a game like that as like a casual game, that's fine. I'm just surprised that it's in their big show. Like,
Dracula's Castle beckons in
kinda
this new
surprising.
paid DLC for the roguelite action platformer Dead Cells.
oh, that's cool.
Venture through the castle's hellish halls and outskirts alongside Richter Belmont and Alucard, leading up to a showdown with Death and Dracula himself. Wield the Vampire Killer and other iconic weapons as you vanquish legions of monsters in frenetic combat. 12 original covers and 51 songs from the Castlevania series accompany you during your quest in Dead Cells. Return to Castlevania, sinking its teeth into Nintendo Switch March 6th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. Enter a new grid in this narrative puzzle adventure set within the Tron universe. Uncover dangerous truths and retrieve what was lost as you navigate through a perilous world. Your decisions and the alliances you forge will impact your journey and the entire server. Tron Identity launches first for consoles on Nintendo Switch this April.
Weird.
Who's there? Wait, is that? Well, that can't be good. The time-bending murder mystery Ghost Trick returns in HD. After kicking the bucket and becoming a ghost, you can possess and control objects. With your powers, you can even help others, like this woman, and change any ill-fated,
Remember when I said, like, you have to be okay with Nintendo's lineup if you're going to buy a Switch nowadays?
Nintendo Switch this summer.
This is most of the games that are coming to the Switch. Like,
2 connected worlds, 1 suspenseful thriller.
there's not a lot of big hitters.
問題ない交際費
言っても無駄だし
任せろついに来たなここがポリスセンター
デカシムは刑事訓練用の仮想空間、現実がコピーされた世界。
すごい。ここ本当に仮想空間なの？この事件のパズルを解き明かす。まだ30分も経ってないよ。そもそもこの事件には最初から違和感があった。この事件の犯人はお前だ。警察だ。おとなしくしろ。
武力兵器の使用はデカバングルにかざした申請よ。
ヒゲじじい、宝石強奪未遂で現行犯逮捕する。
面白くなるよ。
ハーバードがカラフル猫ちゃんになってる。何が起こった？
誰かがデータを置き換えたんだ。
警察のシステムに潜入しプログラムを書き換えた。それって完全に犯罪だぞ。これが犯罪だと？この狂った街では手段を選んではいられない。私腹を肥やす豚どもは一匹残らず排除する。
Okay.
Once upon a time, there was a witch and a demon. Experience Bayonetta's origins as a young witch named Cereza. Seeking the power to rescue her imprisoned mother, she ventures deep into the Avalon forest ruled by fairies.
I'm going to that forest. I'm going to become a witch and save Mummy.
There, she'll encounter the otherworldly demon Cheshire. You'll control both witch and demon at the same time. Harness Cereza's magic and Cheshire's ferocity to travel through this mysterious and dangerous forest. They'll need to work together in battle as well.
Cheshire, let's go!
Cereza cannot attack and can only support Cheshire by magically binding enemies. Hold an enemy in place while Cheshire attacks, or stop an aggressive one to focus on another. Strategically use each character's abilities to win battles. The duo will gain strength as they continue their journey. By obtaining more powers, new paths can be opened, and battles can be more easily swayed in your favor. Can Cereza and Cheshire find their happily ever after?
Cheshire, let's go!
Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon prowls onto the Nintendo Switch system March 17th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
How was that? Next, please take a look at this.
How is that? Do you really want to know? Splatoon 17! Her uneven squid hair is driving me crazy. Yeah.
Introducing the Splatoon 3 Expansion Pass. This paid DLC includes 2 waves of content. The first wave is Inkopolis. Make this splat-tastic place from the original Splatoon game your stomping grounds. This is Booyah Base. It's got some pretty nifty weapons and gear. You might spot a few familiar faces alongside new shopkeepers. Products here are the same as the ones in Splatsville, so shop wherever your vibes are strongest. Salmon Run, Table Turf Battle, The Shoal, and Amiibo functionality all work in the same way here too.
Okay.
The Squid Sisters will also perform here during Splatfests. Need a mix of old school and freshness? Then head over to Inkopolis. The first wave of this paid DLC launches this spring. Oh, what's this?
Let players decorate it? Side order? It's like a narrative DLC? I don't understand that. I'm confused.
Wave 1 Inkopolis launches this spring. Wave 2 Side Order will launch in the future. The Splatoon 3 Expansion Pass will be available later today on Nintendo eShop.
Many people have played Splatoon 3 since its launch. Thank you all very much. We hope players will be able to enjoy the game even more with the upcoming paid expansion pass. Please look forward to more information about Splatoon 3 in the future. Let's see some more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Adventure awaits Mickey and friends on Illusion Island.
Okay.
Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy. Embark on a new adventure to find 3 magical books and save the mysterious island of Monoth. Run, jump, and swing to explore every nook and cranny of the island. By unlocking special abilities, you can reach new places and find secret areas. Cross large chasms with boost jump. Ground-pound barriers to open new spaces. And glide through the air to reach distant platforms and hidden areas. Each character's personality shines through in their actions. Up to 4 pals locally can brave the island.
Okay.
Share a hug for extra help. Play leapfrog
Okay, that's
for larger
just
jumps,
adorable.
or drop a rope to lend a hand. Work together to save Monoth, and you might discover new paths. While exploring the island, you'll meet unusual allies and dangerous foes. Study their movements carefully to figure out the secrets to victory. Join Mickey and friends on a high-flying adventure in Disney Illusion Island, swinging onto Nintendo
could see
Switch
that being
July
fun.
28th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Yeah, hopefully it's like 20 bucks. If it's a full 60, I'm gonna, or 70.
More emblems are on the way. New emblems are coming to future waves of the Fire Emblem Engage Expansion Pass DLC. Wave 2 includes Hector, Emblem of Strength. Raise defense and unleash counterattacks.
There is only one person who can make
Soren, Emblem of Acumen. Cast magic spells over a wide area.
What is battle?
Camilla, Emblem of Revelation. Modify the terrain to hinder enemies. Wave 3 includes Chrom and Robin, Emblem of Bonds. Overwhelm foes with sword and magic attacks.
You have it the wrong way around.
Veronica, Emblem of Heroes.
I see you!
Summon additional allies to fight for your cause. Challenge newly added missions to recruit these new emblems. And in Wave 4, a new story called Bell Xenologue will be unlocked.
Yeah, Phil, we're rocking and rolling.
Who is it that's putting your world in danger now?
Watch out! Assassin!
Wave 2 of the Fire Emblem Engage Expansion Pass for the Fire Emblem Engage game launches on the Nintendo Switch system later today. Take control of your destiny.
Yeah, it's gonna be 38 minutes of
This
random
is
stuff
Revery,
and then 2
a
minutes
world
of
in which deities known as aspirations dwell.
Zelda.
When a megacorp endangers the harmony between Revery and our world, the future of humanity hangs in the balance. In this narrative adventure, harness your divine gift of clairvoyance to travel between worlds, see the future, and decide humanity's fate. Many branching story paths, along with a riveting soundtrack by Celeste composer Lena Raine, set the stage for your journey. Eventually, you'll side with one of the 6 aspirations like Bond, Power, or Chaos to change the story's outcome. To which destiny do you aspire? Harmony: The Fall of Revery launches first for consoles on Nintendo Switch this June. These games will have you roll-ing. Octopath Traveler 2 is just around the corner. After today's Nintendo Direct, a demo containing the game's opening hours will be available on Nintendo eShop. 8 new stories await. Which path will you take first? Who will your allies be? And where will your journey lead you? Venture through a brand new world in Octopath Traveler 2, launching on Nintendo Switch February 24th.
That is one I am interested in.
Keep it rolling.
Octopath
Run
Traveler is
around and
great.
collect oodles of objects in this remaster of We Love Katamari. Roll in a classroom, a zoo, and space? New features include playing as the young king of all cosmos in 5 new challenges.
Wasn't this like a .io game? Isn't
and
it on
taking
like
photos with a selfie camera.
Google Chrome?
We Love Katamari Reroll plus Royal Reverie comes to Nintendo Switch June 2nd. In addition, active Nintendo Switch Online members can play a free game trial of Katamari Damashi Reroll. Combine the powers of the sun and moon to fend off evil in this turn-based RPG. Freely traverse a breathtaking world, meet characters from all walks of life, and devastate foes with timed attacks in battle. Complement your journey with enchanting melodies and retro-inspired tunes from the renowned Yasunori Mitsuda, a guest composer for the game. Sea of Stars sails onto Nintendo Switch August 29th. A free demo will launch later today on Nintendo eShop. Duke it out in this free-to-play online multiplayer showdown. Form 2 teams of 3 and challenge others to lightning-fast battles, air hockey style. Use each striker's skills to dominate each match. Change the course trajectory from afar. Block areas to gain the advantage. Or knock opponents out of the arena with explosive moves. Omega Strikers slides onto Nintendo Switch April 27th. Pre-orders for this free-to-play game begin today on Nintendo eShop. Dive back into the sprawling labyrinth. A collection of the first 3 Etrian Odyssey games is coming to Nintendo Switch, remastered in HD. Many treasures lie deep within a massive labyrinth. Its paths are intertwined, and vicious monsters lurk in the shadows. A blank map is your only guide. By drawing the map as you explore, you can progress even further. Venture into the
Is that a
labyrinth with
DS
5
game?
adventurers. As the guild leader, you'll assign them roles.
So it's gonna be weird
like
on
the ally
Switch.
defending
I guess you draw it
protector
with your
or
finger?
the ultra-fast Dark Hunter. But be warned, every adventure is fraught with danger. Should you fall in battle, you can change your team and learn new skills to strengthen your party before challenging the labyrinth again. 24 newly drawn character illustrations are included. Plus, take advantage of new difficulty options and a new auto-mapping function for smoother exploration. Etrian Odyssey Origins Collection launches on Nintendo Switch June 1st. Each game in the collection will also be available separately on Nintendo eShop.
I also kind of zoned out.
Pre-orders begin today on
Just
Nintendo
like
eShop.
None of this is captivating for me, at least. Maybe for
Get
you,
your
this is
tactical
like a dream
skills
come
ready.
true, but for me personally, pretty much everything they've shown is
Calling
like,
all strategy fans.
Okay.
The Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp game is only a couple of months away. Join Andy, Max, Sammy, and more in 2 full story campaigns, each one filled with colorful turn-based tactical action. Flex your strategic muscles across a multitude of modes. Design your own maps and share them with friends. Plus, go head-to-head in local and online play. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp comes to Nintendo Switch April 21st. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. A new story will unfold in the Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe game. Magolor, the interdimensional traveler from the main adventure, has lost his powers and must escape the realm between dimensions.
no!
All he can do now is a basic attack and jump. To regain Magolor's powers, you'll need to collect magic points by defeating enemies. With magic points, different abilities can be restored and enhanced. Improve Magolor's levitation, or increase his attack range. The order in which you restore his powers is up to you. There are over 20 interdimensional stages to explore. Up to 4 players on the same system can venture through this mysterious realm together. Can Magolor restore his powers and safely return to his world? You can access this new epilogue after clearing story mode.
Okay.
After today's Nintendo Direct, a demo will be available on Nintendo eShop. Up to 4 players can play a specially arranged demo with select stages and subgames. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe launches on the Nintendo Switch system February 24th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
We hope you're looking forward to the new story in Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Next, here's some news about Nintendo Switch Online. Please take a look at this.
Game Boy games are being added to Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh.
On Nintendo Switch, you can play these games anytime, anywhere, just like you could back in the day. Let's introduce the games that will be available at launch. Tetris. Arrange the falling Tetraminos and aim for a high score. Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Reclaim the castle that Wario stole from you. The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening DX. Awaken the Windfish to escape Koholint Island. Gargoyle's Quest. Save the Ghoul Realm as Firebrand from the Ghosts and Goblins series. Game & Watch Gallery 3. Play an assortment of Game & Watch titles.
Oof.
Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare. Solve a murder mystery on the supernatural Shadow Island. Metroid 2, Return of Samus. Destroy the Metroids hiding on planet SR-388. Wario Land 3. Traverse a world that changes between day and night based on your actions. Kirby's Dreamland. Float, inhale, and spit out enemies in Kirby's debut title. You can use the Game Boy, Game Boy Pocket, or Game Boy Color screen filters. Up to 2 players can play compatible games together locally or online. More games will be added in the future.
How much is
And
the...
Game Boy Advance games are being added to Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack. Here are the games that you can play at launch. Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. Play 38 extra levels from the Nintendo e-reader accessory.
I am shocked it took them 6 years
WarioWare
to
Inc.
do
Mega
this,
Micro Games. Experience the origins of the lightning-fast micro games. Kuru Kuru Kururin. Guide the spinning stick to the goal without hitting obstacles.
That looks like a headache.
Mario Kart Super Circuit. Race in the first Mario Kart game created for a portable system. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Venture through a zany world and fight with equally zany attacks. The Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap. Shrink to miniature
making me
size
feel
and
old.
dive into a big adventure. Local and online play is supported for compatible games, and up to 4 players can play together.
Or hear me out. Get a Steam
More
Deck
games will be
and
added
an
to this
emulator.
library as well.
And then you don't have to
After
spend
this
an extra,
presentation,
like,
you can play these Game Boy titles with the
$50 a
Nintendo Switch
year.
Online membership. Or play both Game Boy and Game Boy Advance titles with the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack membership.
Select Game Boy titles will be playable on Nintendo Switch. And after today's Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to play the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance titles we introduced. Please look forward to more information about Nintendo Switch Online and Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack in the future. Let's see a few more headlines.
The original Metroid Prime game is remastered on Nintendo Switch.
Metroid Prime Remastered.
The first Metroid Prime game, originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system, has been remastered for Nintendo Switch. Explore Talon 4 from the perspective of Samus Aran. But beware, there's more to this alien planet than meets the eye.
This does look like an
Visors
actual
are key to your
remaster, so I'll give them that.
They'll help you discover info and clues on how to progress. Depending on the situation, a certain visor may be required. When hostile creatures attack, keep them in your sights with the lock-on feature. Then fight back with beams, missiles, bombs, and more. This remaster adds new dual-stick controls, allowing you to move around while separately changing your point of view.
What a
You can
feature!
also select a control style that recreates the feel of the original game, among other control options. Explore Talon 4 with your preferred playstyle. The digital version of Metroid Prime Remastered launches on Nintendo eShop later today. The physical version of the game will be available in stores February 22nd. Put your master detective skills to the test. This is the World Detective Organization. Yuma, a trainee detective, and Shinigami, the spirit haunting him, will solve the strange incidents within Kanai Ward, a city ruthlessly controlled by Amaterasu Corporation. You'll investigate these incidents alongside master detectives of the organization. Each one has a supernatural ability that can prove useful during investigations. Mimic body types and voices with disguise. Detect heartbeats and whispers with audio aptitude. And witness past crime scenes with post-cognition. These abilities can be shared with Yuma,
So this is post-cognition.
so use them to get closer to cracking a case. After collecting enough evidence, a mystery labyrinth will appear. Spot the inconsistencies and uncover the truth. Master Detective Archives Rain Code launches on Nintendo Switch June 30th.
Okay.
Wings of the Heart take flight once more. A remastered collection of both Baten Kaitos games, originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system, is coming to Nintendo Switch. After a long and peaceful era on the floating islands above Earth, the Empire's conspiracy looms closer. As spirits dwelling within the protagonists, you'll stand up to the Empire across two different eras of war. During your travels, you'll visit various locales and team up with like-minded allies. Battles are fought using cards called Magnus. Your attack power is determined by the attributes and combinations of your cards,
Okay, like,
which are randomly dealt.
okay, so Nintendo, it seems like every direct they do is like this, where people are like, okay, we're looking for like one or more of like three things. That's all we really want to see. And then they come in with just a bunch of random crap. And it's remasters of games that are 25 years old. Not remakes, remasters. They're bringing Game Boy games, which is cool, but it's also part of their online program. It's not included, so you have to pay a subscription to get access to these games that are like 20 years old. And like, yeah, I guess it's cool, but it's also just like, guys, your console is 6 years old. This really should have been a day one thing. Like, this is insane that your end of console life support isn't great first party games. It's remasters of 20-year-old games. Again, not remakes, remasters. Like, look at the PS4. At the end of the PS4 gen, Sony was coming out with Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us Part 2, God of War 2018. Like, they're coming out swinging for the fences. And Nintendo is coming along and doing the equivalent of remastering like 2002 games and bringing it. And it's like, guys, you got to do more than that if you want people to be even moderately interested. Like, wow. Professor, I don't know what that is.
Wave 4 is racing in. Yoshi's Island. A brand new course is zooming into Wave 4 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe
Napoli
Booster
Man,
Course
is this
Pass
younger
DLC.
you? Actually, it's true. Just talking during this show, it'll be
who
so much better.
originally hit the track in Mario Kart Double
I'm
Dash,
just
is
baffled,
also being
like-
added to Wave 4.
Birdo. Like, I just don't get it. Like, Nintendo does these things where they will have like a year or two where they just dominate and you're like, holy crap, nobody can keep up with Nintendo. And then they'll have like 5 or 6 years where they just actively make the stupidest possible decisions. And sometimes they miss out on that first bit and they just do something really stupid for like a decade straight, like with the Wii U, you know? What are they doing? Mojang, okay. Bring Minecraft Legends. That's not a surprise. It's a kids-focused franchise. That makes sense. Now they're running through some littler stuff real quick. They need to finish this out with Tears of the Kingdom. If they don't finish that out, then I don't know what the hell is happening. They spend a lot of years primarily catering to Japanese audiences, and their interests differ than ours. I mean, that could be it, but it's also like Nintendo is an international company, and their success is dependent on serving international audiences. So even if that's why, it's no excuse, because like they have customers around the world that they need to take care of. So like, I don't know, this whole thing is just baffling. What I think it is that Nintendo is a company and they have some really creative types that come out swinging with wacky ideas. And those wacky ideas take years and years to develop. And when those wacky ideas hit hard and land well, like the Switch did, it's amazing.
Thank you for
but if it
staying with us
misses,
so
you have a
far.
Wii U.
This will be our last segment. Please take a look.
Our last segment. Okay, if it's not Tears of the Kingdom, like I don't know what the hell they're doing. This looks like Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what you got. I'm gonna time how long it is. We should still have like 9 minutes left for them to go through this. Or no, I guess not. They're out of time.
Rise, rise, my servants. Sweep over Hyrule. Eliminate this kingdom and her allies. Leave no survivors!
Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him. Please, lend him your power.
May 12th. They're probably sticking to it.
That was The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, the latest entry in the Legend of Zelda series. In addition to the standard version, a collector's edition of the game containing various items will release on launch day. A new amiibo figure of Link from this game will also be available on the same day. We hope you're looking forward to Link's latest grand adventure. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Okay. I mean, the only thing I really care about is this last 2 minutes, like maybe 2 minutes, more like 90 seconds of this. And remember we were talking way earlier about the difficulty of doing sequels to games like Spider-Man or, you know, anything that has like a clear setting. You do a sequel in the same space. It's really tough to make it feel like a real sequel. A lot of the time will just feel like 1.5 or a big DLC or expansion. And for this, I mean, I'm getting the vibe that this is, unless there's a lot that we don't know about, it feels like it's going to be Breath of the Wild 1.5, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I loved Breath of the Wild, but I also don't know how they take this and recreate that magical feeling of a whole new adventure, because it looks like it's the same basic map but reworked a little bit and altered slightly. But they gotta add more than that. They gotta have something new, and they have these things with, you know, of course, more narrative stuff. Ganon, they've got the vertical slice here. It looks like you can craft like floating or flying machines. I don't know what that will look like. But yeah, I don't know. This is going to be a weird game. I don't sense the hype being anywhere near as high for this game as it was for Breath of the Wild. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Because I think a lot of people just don't feel like this is a huge improvement. So we'll see. And no update on a new console. So they probably don't have any news on that either. Yeah, we shall see. Anyway, feels like a big DLC. That's kind of what it feels like to me, but we will see. They needed 10 minutes max. Yeah, I don't know what the hell they were doing there. That was the top comments are no Silk Song, no, and then the next one is not enough JRPGs. Everybody in the chat is going off. Clowns, 0 out of 10, 2 out of 10. This sucks. Why? No Silk Song. No fair. This sucks. Yeah. I don't think people are that into it. Not enough farming sims. That's true. Not enough weird Harvest Moon ripoffs. He took my thing.